basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Stanford head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. So Georgia's offense will have first crack at this one. And we get our first look at Gunnar Stockton. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw at Stockton. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. We've got a lot of ball left to play. We've got to keep going.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it.
Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Onto the field comes Davis Warren. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking outside, it's Ford. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He's stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's caught. It's Frazier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He stopped short of the first down marker, but there is a flag, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of. With a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Ford. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. After the stop, that is... put a bow on this first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Under fire. Soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Dogs have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Georgia. He got a step and just dusted the field.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Cradles it at the 35. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
End inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense. A sack at the 47.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll give to Frazier. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Bulldog! Made the grab in the end zone.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The run inside, it's 4. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. Fires downfield. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved. And I'm on communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. All the way back to the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stockton. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Running the red zone, it's Frazier. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Running inside, it's Ford. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Warren. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready. Start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The throw. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. To the air, it's Warren. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now the play fake. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5. 33. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. There he goes. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The run inside. It's Ford. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Skips away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here's a give to Frazier. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. So we open the final period with a third down play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Handoff for Frazier. There's a crease. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The offense changing the play. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as... releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game. Now completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Running inside. It's Ford. Trying to buy a little room with that shotgun run, and they were lucky to get it back up to the 3. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll go right back to it. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. Stanford lines up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Georgia sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off play action on first down. They get to him as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Warren. Pressure coming. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Picks up the 1st down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Momentum, don't relax. What a start to the season.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Stanford wants to push the pace.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Warren. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open.
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Running back searching for a hole. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. They'll go with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Ford. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team, that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.